Easy first stage. I'm going to get the boiling beef out the packet. I get this from Donald Butcher. So I just asked for 1 kilogram of boiling beef. Look at that. And then I'm going to top that up with your 4 litres of water, and we're going to boil that, simmer it away to get the base of our stock. Now, this will create a scum on top. As it's cooking, I just want you to skim that off. You are going to need a big pot for this recipe, so I encourage you to either use a big soup pot. If you don't have one, half the ingredients. To the stock, whilst the boiling beef is bubbling away, I'm going to also add in the 2 bay leaves. And that will just help that to infuse kind of through the stock as well. So I'm going to add in another 2 pints and then get that on to bubble away. Wee tip for the stock, you don't need to if you don't want to, but if you let it totally cool, the fat actually solidifies in the top, and then you can just almost lift off the fat and drain out the liquid. And it means you've got no fat left. So next stage is to cut up the veggies that need a little bit longer to cook in the stock. So your cabbage and your potatoes. And we're going to add that in with some garlic cloves grated and your beef stock pot. So finely shred this, peel and grate the potatoes. So just as a wee note, because that cabbage was so big, I've probably only used 1/3 of it. We're probably going to aim for maybe about 500-600 grams of cabbage, just as a kind of marker. So you've added in your shredded cabbage and then your grated potato. I'm going to then put in my 3, I'm using rich beef. If you can only use beef, that's fine. Beef stock pots. And then all I've done is peel my garlic cloves, and I'm going to use a grater to grate the garlic into the dish. So grater, garlic. So we're just going to put this on to cook, give it a wee stir. You'll see the water's obviously reduced down quite significantly when we were cooking the beef stock, that's why we start with so much. And whilst that's cooking, we're probably going to give that about 30 to 45 minutes. We're going to get on to finely dicing up the onion and grating the carrot. So I've put the onion into another dish. We're going to cook that separately with the carrot, put this into the pot and then onto the beetroot next. So onion's ready, we're going to grate the carrot in with some butter and cook off until softened. Add a generous helping of butter and start cooking until softened. So once you've cooked off the onion and carrot, we're just going to add that into your pot with everything else. And then to the same frying pan that you cooked your onion and carrot, we're going to peel and grate in the beetroot with lemon juice and the tomato puree and cook that off before adding this into the pot as well. So I'm going to use gloves just because beetroot dyes your hands. So I've cut off each end. These are not cooked, I'm just putting them straight into the frying pan with the butter. I'm going to peel them and then we're going to grate them. So to your grated beetroot, another little dollop of butter to cook it in. Approximately 80 ml of the lemon, that just makes sure that the beetroot retains its nice bright colour. Also adds a nice sharpness to the dish. And then your 2 tablespoons of tomato puree. So that's the beetroot been cooking for about 4 or 5 minutes. And the butter, lemon juice and tomato puree. So we're just going to add that into the pot as well. So the beetroot is what gives the borscht its colour. So we'll see that change soon. I'm going to add in the shredded beef from the boiling beef as well. And just stir that through. Now, so this is obviously quite thick. I like mine quite thick. Just quite a substantial meal. If you want more water or just a bit more liquid, feel free to add some more as needed, and also season as well. Take out your bay leaves if you come across them. I'm going to write in the caption, but I should have taken them out like after you'd finished cooking the stock.